Somebody messaged me with those tanks, but I don't know if they didn't. If I go into that edit. Hey, how's it going, everybody? 1 second, I'm just putting some tags in here and editing the description. How are you guys doing this week? How's it going, John and Muppet? Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, I was a couple minutes late. Is that how it shows on the thing? With the 4 years fish backwards, or is that just me? I feel like it always just shows it to me backwards. Why does it do that? And why? Well, not always. They won't have internet. So I got my Epistos last weekend and my guppies, as you guys probably saw the video. The Epistos, I really like them. There's 2 definite males, and they have the very bright orange tails, so I'm pretty excited about that. It'll probably be months and months before they actually breed kids. They're very small, but I really like them, and I've been putting a lot of plants in their tanks. They're going good. Unfortunately, the guppies are doing good, but except one of them. The albino stone nebulas, I didn't put the lid on that tank, and one went missing. I thought maybe it died and a couple snails ate it. But then when I was moving the tank that I hatched brine shrimp with right next to it, it was under it, cooked. So that wasn't so good. But luckily I have 2 of them, so I still have one. Yeah, I say so much. How do I get rid of that habit? And the angelfish, that was interesting. So when I first got a 55 gallon after my 75 was set up, and it had a ura in it, the large angelfish I had. So I think it's a male, but now I'm seeing it next to a definite female. I'm unsure. I know you can't go by just the forehead, but either way, there's a little bit of tension in there. At first, it was quite bad. Ura was going after both of the fish, so I put him in the 75, and that didn't go well. The Oscars went straight for him, I guess. I didn't see it, but she did. There you go, the again.
Oh, I'm saying too. Can you move it this way a little bit?
What do you mean? With that? Is it good now? We have to get the internet down this way. Hey, Maple Street Aquatics, thanks for joining. Hey, Lori, how's it going? So yeah, apparently Oscars. I figured if I put the angel in there, it would be big enough that the Oscars wouldn't mess with it, because there's a small cichlid in there and they don't mess with him. But apparently that wasn't the case. The wavy fins, they went after him. So I had to put him back into the 55. So I kind of stressed them out, but they seem to be doing all right. So I'm happy with that. Hey, Maple Street Aquatics. Is that what it is? Maple something. Yeah, Maple Street Aquatics. When you were doing that live stream, were you using like a laptop or what? Because I'm just wondering, you did a really good job with the camera and everything. And sometimes I'd like to be able to show my tanks better, but I don't think this has a real basic camera. I wasn't sure what you were using to get all your for a camera on your live stream earlier. Hey, how's it going, Greg the Guppy guy? Thanks for stopping by. I was just wondering what he was recording with. I wonder if I can record it through my phone camera. I don't think I can I? No, but at least I could like show the stuff, you know what I mean? It's hard to do it with a laptop, to take video of the tank. I can't just walk around with it. I don't know. I guess I think there's like a lag time on the chat too. I wish it was more instant. So when I watch, I was using my phone. How don't you have to be an affiliate or not an affiliate, but monetized? How are you able to use your phone? It won't let me use my phone to do a live stream. He was on StreamYard. That's the trick. I have to use StreamYard. Okay.
I listen. He doesn't.
Yeah, StreamYard. So I'll use StreamYard next week, and then I'll be able to do it. Sweet. That's what I'll do. That's like a loophole, I think, then, because YouTube doesn't just let you live from your phone. With a headset, like I have a headset. Well, I have a Bluetooth. Yeah, headset mic. That's what I'm gonna do. I like how we looked at each other when you were counting the tanks, and then I'm assuming it was your wife. It's like you have two in the. I don't remember. You had two in the living room. That's like her. Whenever I forget a tank, she's always like, "Don't forget about this one." I have 14 set up right now. I have spots for 5 more out here. I just haven't. Well, I have a lot more spots if I cleaned up a little bit, but I'm trying to get this rack filled out and get some more fish breeding. The guppies are going really well. All right, Lori. The guppies are breeding really well, but that's like a no-brainer. You just kind of put them in water and they breed. Does anybody have a good way to do baby brine shrimp? Currently, let me get it. So I'm using this setup, top off, and then I'm really struggling to find a good way to collect them because when I collect these, the brine shrimp, I have to get it over something, pull this off, make a mess. I end up losing it, settle in there.
I was helping him, but now I can't.
Yeah, she's pregnant and smell everything. All smells just make her want to gag now. So I'm surprised she was out here to join me in the fish room tonight. So I set this up so that I could put a valve, a T. I put a T on here with a valve. So I kind of just drain it off the side, but it didn't seem to work very well. I don't know. I kind of need to make a shelf or like custom make my own setup. I just don't know if anybody else has any good ideas, or should I just spend the money and get the one from Aquarium Co-op, the Zis, Brian Shrimp Hatchery. But then again, you have to make your own stand because everybody complains about the stand on that. I got this, and I've never used it. I tried it once, and they always end up going up through that screen. So I literally wasted like $30 on this. I mean, I'm sure eventually I'll use it, but I don't know. It hasn't come in handy yet. I feel like I should just open up StreamYard so I can go around and show stuff. But still, I don't get internet over there. We need to get a longer cord. And maybe we could put it in the closet. Maybe we could put it in the closet. I mean, it would be closer. His buddy, the breeder guy, has a nice DIY. I know, but oh, you're talking about Dean? Dean, the master breeder Dean. Yeah, I like Dean's cool. Yeah, I gotta look at that video again. So I really have. I think I'm gonna go tomorrow so that I can move. Where's my tape measure? I'm gonna get a cord tomorrow. How's it going, Tia and Aqua? Welcome to the stream. I've never done brine shrimp, so I'm no help. Ooh, that was quite loud.
Wow.
When I used to hatch brine shrimp, I made a DIY one out of a juice bottle. I put a valve right at the bottom. Yeah, I gotta do something. And I'm thinking about making like a shelf. I want to put a sink in out here, like a floor sink. I'm pretty sure I can do it. I'm a plumber, so I know I could do it. It's just, do I want to start drilling a hole in the wall? It'd be in like the back corner.
We started one of the plumbing jobs in the house, and you'd have to do all the plumbing jobs in the house.
Yeah. But if I put a sink over here, I'd have to put it right in that corner, and then I would have to move these tanks back. And I would have to run both hot and cold because I'd want to fill my tanks off it. So, yeah, that's a commitment. But anyways, I need to get a cord tomorrow so I can video my 75 in these other tanks. So if I want to get a cord 12 feet, I don't know, it must be 12 feet long. What was the bed? It's like 5 feet. Yeah, 12 feet would be your corner of the bedroom. We put it straight out here. Somehow I'd have to run away. So I'm going to Ethernet cord, and then I can run a cable a little bit further and have my Bluetooth out here so that I don't cut out, and I can actually show all my tanks. Yeah, we're doing very well. Actually, we had a little scare this last week because my mom wasn't feeling well, and she's celiac, so she often has issues. Like her prescriptions, a lot of prescriptions are held together by gluten, and she has to get special prescriptions that don't have any gluten, or else she reacts to that tiny bit that they put in a pill. So she thought she was just having a reaction to that, but we weren't going to visit since she's pregnant now, and the kids and whatnot going between my house and their mother's, we couldn't really risk it. So my mom went and got tested for COVID. Hey, fishing tank dicks. My mom went and got tested on Friday, so that way we would come down. So she tested negative on Friday. We visited her Saturday. She wasn't feeling good, but it wasn't really COVID symptoms. It was stomach problems. So we visited. She wasn't feeling any better Sunday. Monday come around. She went to the doctors, got retested, and tested positive. So then we panicked. She had to leave work for 10 days mandatory due to daycare licensing here in Maine. My boss basically told me to go back to work, but the office sent me home, and we ended up getting tested on Thursday because the CDC says to wait 5 days. So we tested negative, but the stress of it all, I gave myself a headache, and you know when you worry about it. So Yeah, and Thursday was our first ultrasound, so we saw our baby. Only one. I kind of wanted twins, but so we have one baby on the way, 8 weeks, and seems to be doing healthy. So it was kind of rough beginning of the week, but it turned out good, and we got a few days off together, so it was just a little scary. Give me 1 sec. I gotta let the star of the show out. But
You let the cat out too.
should I see the door open?
Might as well.
Oh my God. Ow. Don't love the water.
Boys don't get into everything. Oh, don't you squat?
Go ahead. I'll get a seat. Show Steelers over here. Ooh. Yeah, while we took time up, I got all the tanks cleaned. Well, except my 75 over there. I had just done a big clean on it, so it was good. And my shrimp tank, that has a lot of plants. The shrimp tank, that didn't need to be cleaned either. We washed the dog and all the cats. And what else did we do? Oh, the salt water. My saltwater tank, it's been getting, well, her saltwater tank, sorry. Her saltwater tank. It's been getting the diatom algae. Or no, not diatom. What is it called? The cyanobacteria. So I was looking at different ways to take care of it. One person recommended to get a goby, sand sifting goby, to help take care of the bacteria, but somebody else told me that would just spread it. Yeah. So she bought this bag to put the cats in. It's like a net bag.
They're giving the dog food.
I don't really care. She got this net mesh bag that you put the cat in, and it like cinches up around them. Yeah. So they didn't get away, except one actually stuck right out of it, but he wasn't too bad to bathe without it. It was the big one. It was Zoe. We were worried about her. But anyway, so we got all that done, and I got the saltwater tank looking really good now, and I got what they call red slime, which is supposed to take care of that bacteria. So hopefully that'll work. And we could, but we always end up playing with the cats and the dogs over here. I need to. So here's the gudgeons, peacock gudgeons. They're growing out. I actually have some at about just over a half inch now. Probably gonna end up. It sucks because I bought them off this guy on Get Kills, but he lives 15 minutes away. So I kind of feel bad selling them on the site that I found on. But I might put them on. I don't know. I might just sell them to local places, and if you guys wanted to buy some, maybe I'd ship them out. But I've got the peacock I just going out, and then I have two blue rams in here. I have one. Well, here's my gudgeons, but I have one male and one female. The guy I got them from is also the guy I got the gudgeons from, and months they should be ready to breed. So that's pretty exciting. They're kind of skittish though; they hide a lot. And the new Apistos, they're up in the top there. I loaded it up. Well, I guess it's not loaded to some people's standards, but I put a ton of plants in there. I actually just bought a bunch of them the day before I got the fish. So was it the day before? Yeah, the day before. I need to get more, I keep saying this. I need to get more of the same plants. I always try to get new plants, and then I have like one of every plant in every tank. I need to just go around and collect all the plants of one type and put them in one tank. And all the plants of another type and put it in another tank. Or like two types of plants in each tank. But I feel like I just have what do you call it? A smorgasbord of plants in each tank, and I don't know. It's cool, but I want to do more of a themed type scape. I guess that's what I want to work on this year is my scaping. That's what I want to work on this year. getting better scapes. I need to buy some more wood and get some more rock again. Cat fight. Who wants to buy tickets? Watch, they'll probably get reported. I'm just joking. But, oh, yeah.
Don't know what space is. We don't get that.
I want to breed bristlenoses, but I don't really have a tank out here for them right now. I would have to set up the 40-gallon breeder, and she doesn't want any tanks on the floor. So I'd have to build a stand. I'd have to clean up that side of the fish room. Yeah, it definitely is. That's kind of what's holding me up is the weather. So the plan is, I think I've said this multiple times, is put a regular door in. Next year, this will be more. It'll hold heat better. I'm gonna get it more winterized for next year, so that way we're not paying a ton of money on the electric bill and oil to keep this heated. It's not so much the oil right now. I mean, we heat the whole house anyway, but these heaters out here are always running, and that's really. I guess I could let them go a little bit cooler, some of them, but a lot of them are the preset 78-degree heaters, which I don't really care for that much, but it is what it is. I feel like I go over the same stuff every week.
This is why you jumped on your laptop.
I just wanted to hold him. I'm in Maine. Kind of central. They say it's Eastern Maine. The hospital's like Eastern Maine, but
it's not really Eastern, but it's not really.
It's central north to south, basically. Yeah. Oh, so I was just thinking about that. So I got my salt at Chewy because we were quarantined, so we couldn't go anywhere all week. I needed salt, and for 160-gallon bucket of salt at Petco, it's $75. And at local pet stores, it's about the same. At Chewy, if you sign up for a reoccurring shipment, they give you a deal on the reoccurring shipment, and the first one you get a huge deal on. So I got basically like $100 worth of salt, because I went with the 200-gallon bags. So basically, I got it for $44, which kind of goes against the whole support local fish stores. But when you're saving double the money, it's kind of hard not to get it. And it was literally delivered the next day. I was really surprised. I ordered it on Wednesday. Did I order it on Wednesday? So I ordered it Tuesday night. It was shipped out Wednesday and it was here Thursday. How cold is the water? Do you check the temperature of the water? Because I remember you saying all your basement tanks were unheated, which I was surprised by that. The only tank I have that has no heat in it is my goldfish tank. And I should have put that one up on the top shelf because they're on the bottom shelf and heat rises. But they seem to be doing great. Although I gotta put that light down there for them. What are they? Just the regular bristlenoses, or are they calicos or albinos or what? I would like to breed bristlenose plecos, and I've tried to breed corridors, but mine just won't breed. I have 4 albinos. Maybe I have all males or all females. I don't know. Maybe I should get more. They've grown quite a bit since I've gotten them. There's one that's quite a bit bigger than the others, so I thought that was a female. But I do the whole cool water changes and stuff, and I've never had any eggs. I guess they could still be too young. Just because they're bigger doesn't mean they're sexually matured, I suppose. What are they doing back there?
Checking out the tank.
It's kind of crazy how mystery snails can climb plants so well. Like even like the thinnest stalk of plant, a mystery snail like that big just goes up it no problem. That's the other thing I want to breed more of is mystery snails, but For some reason, mine only laid a couple times in my 29, and they have not had any clutches since. Actually, take that back. One try, they tried in the 55 that I moved them to, but it was just a little tiny string of them, and nothing ever came of it. This one's upstairs, and it's around 72 to 74 most of the time. They are super red bristlenose. Wow. Do you ship fish? Or have you ever? Or would you be willing to? They had Vance, so the local pet store, the best local pet store around here, he's had the super reds. He was selling them, they were what, an inch? They were tiny, and he was trying to get, was it $30 for them? $25 maybe? I don't know. He said the person told him to get 35 for him, but he said for the size he couldn't ask 35. He wouldn't feel right about it. But at that small, you can't just buy a pair because you don't know what you're going to be getting. So I'd have to buy like 6 or 8 of them, and I was not ready. I couldn't just drop $200, $150, $200 on it. Well, I guess in the long run, it would pay itself off, but you're sitting on that for probably a year before you have any. See, our thermostat, I set my thermostat at like, I don't think it's accurate. I should get a digital thermometer in the house. My thermostat is set at 61 most of the time during the day. When I get cold, I'll put it up to 63. If I'm really cold, still, I'll put it to 65 on like cold nights. But it's old. It's like a really, really old thermostat. It's the old Mercury one. So I know it's not 61 in there because I would be freezing. I just really don't know what it is. And I don't have I don't have any thermometers in the house. It's all in my tanks. But I know it's not like 72 all the time. Would you say?
No, it's pretty chilly.
Because our tanks are set at like 78 and the heaters are always running. Well, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly in our house.
What if I take the heaters out? How cold would it get?
We have enough blankets in our house, so we're always covered up by a blanket.
Yeah, I've already filled the oil tank. Well, I topped it off in September, then I just filled it again in December. So, yeah, and the prices keep rising. So I'm not trying to like crank the heat all the time. Hopefully, someday I'll get a boiler and I'll be able to just do fin tube. I can have separate circuits for each room. But right now, I got forced hot air. So. I have like a lot of plans I want to do. I just don't know when I'll be able to afford it. Right. Ideally, I'd like to just build a big warehouse. Well, I don't have room here, but I guess I could. But I want to build like a big, just its own building, a fish room, its own building. That'd be so sweet. So right now I'm working with this room, which is very good and lucky of me because she had all kinds of plans for it. I just beat her to them. She wanted like a game, family, entertainment room.
Or our bedroom to be made out here.
Why?
Or when we have another bedroom.
Well.
Or have this into my mud room / laundry room.
Wow. Where are you from, Maple Street Aquatics? I don't remember if you said. He said he hasn't shipped any yet. He said that's a lot of money. I bought 1 inch ones, $5 a piece from the local club member. Oh, we don't have a club. There's no club. There is one down in Portland, but it's like 2 hours away.
3 hours.
No, Portland's not 3.
Yes, it is.
Look up right now.
Depends on what side of Portland you're trying to go to.
Yeah, it's probably more like in. Actually, let me look up. I'm gonna look up real quick. Get an infrared thermometer. I use mine all the time, not just tanks. Will that do like the room or just surface areas in the room? And how accurate is surface area based on room temperature? I'm really not good with temperature. Maine local fish club. I'm just checking this out. That would be the way to do it as fish club. I was thinking about starting one. I wonder if Ron would do it with me. This is the breeder that I got my fish from. He reminds me of Dean, but not as like high scale right now. But he is expanding. I've been here.
Whole warehouse.
No, he's not doing that. Northern Indiana. I don't even know where Indiana is. I'm really bad at geography. Is it in the middle somewhere? Where is it?
It's like
The middle western side.
no. Where's that?
I don't know. I'm going to look that up next. But anyway. Oh, so there's one in Gardner, Maine, which is like an hour and a half, like almost actually an hour 45 minutes away, probably hour 40. Contact Stephanie Heath and above total address. Maine State Aquarius, that's Fish Club member line. There's Maine State Aquarius Society in Westbrook Street, South Portland. Meetings are the second Thursday of each month at 6:30, and they're held at the Biddeford UNE campus in the Deckrey. All right. University of New England is in Biddeford. Oh, is that the same thing? Maine State Aquarium Society. University of New England Aquarium Club. I think this is the one thing, but anyway. Well, that's in Berwick.
Only a 17-hour drive.
Where? Indiana?
Yeah.
Right below Michigan. All right, can you look up where's Biddeford?
That's south.
Biddeford, Berwick, and South
2
Portland.
hours, 3 minutes.
South Portland. Yeah, it's a ways.
2 hours.
So like all the fish clubs are like 2 hours away, and I hate driving, so probably not gonna do that every once a month.
Well, the problem is that there's only one interstate in Maine. So once you've seen it 5 times,
And
you've seen everything.
like I'd have to leave work early that day. By the time I got home, it would be really late. I should create one out this way. Honey, what are you eating? I wonder how you start a fish club. I should look it up. But yeah, there's nothing like that. There's basically local fish stores and a few people. Yeah, John, I was just thinking. I've been actually thinking about it before. I just had to look into how to do it. I guess just put a post. There's plenty of Facebook groups. It's
Does that mean you're hosting people here?
not here. We could use probably like the Snowmobile Club. Yeah. The thing about so we have Facebook groups like the main Facebook group and stuff like that. There's a couple of them, and honestly, it's rare to see somebody post Bangor like on our town, like a town nearest us. A lot of it it's all southern Maine, which is 2 hours, 3 hours. One time I found this killer deal on. I got a 55-gallon with a stand, canister filter, lights, the hood's lights, gravel, decorations, everything, and a 35 with all. Oh, it had a hang on the back, but everything you need for 35. It was $95 for both sets. So I told the guy to come get them. It was a 4-hour drive, partially because I was being cheap and I didn't want to pay the tolls. So, we traded an hour for like $4 in tolls.
Yeah.
2 hours because I didn't take tolls all the way back either.
I'm driving my truck.
Yeah. But I painted the backs, and actually down the angelfish tank, it's actually a very community tank, and we have a beta sorority, so it was worth it, I'd say. Do you guys know anything about starting a club or how the clubs work there? I know it said something about a $20 fee on what I just looked at, so I'm assuming that's just to help pay for the venue, whatever hall you went out to have the meetings. These cats are distracting. Come here, Zoe. Come here. Honey, not you. Go away. So Zoe won't come to me if Honey's near me. She don't like Honey. So anytime I call for the cat, because the cat's showing interest in me, Honey comes over thinking I want her. But they're in the tank. They don't make noise. They don't bother. Although sometimes at night, in my bedroom, 2 fish. There's just a couple of shrimp, but I can't say they don't stink because sometimes the fish tank does end up stinking. But they don't whimper and whine and wake you up in the morning on Saturday because you haven't fed them yet. So you normally feed them at 4:30 every day before work. I was just telling her earlier, I wish we could get a babysitter for the cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. We only have one. Connections on what? I'll drive a few hours for some auctions. Yeah, I don't know if they have auctions here. Just a little bubbling. Yeah, they do. Yeah, we try not to use hang on the backs inside. I did have a hang on the back in the hallway. I have one in the living room. It's kind of annoying. Basically, my goal, I'd have one tank with a hang on the back. What? I have one tank with a hang on the back. I just need to buy a couple more sponges. It has an air stone. No, that doesn't have an air stone in it. Just got the hang on the back. I need to trade that out for an air stone. Eventually. Yeah, I just have to everybody have any flower horns, but I have sparkling gouramis, and I thought they were really cool at the pet store, but they hide so bad. We never see them. I put a semi-algae eater in there, and that's all I see. We had rummy nose in there, but they died over time for some reason.
We had one, and it disappeared one day.
Yeah, it's just gone.
You haven't seen it since.
But they hide really bad, and I don't know if it's because it's in the living room, so we're like always sitting right there on either the tanks between the two couches. Our couches are an L basically, and it's in between them. So I'm not sure if they're just scared people on both sides of them or what. And the cats probably jump on the tank all day, and that doesn't help. I think if I did it again, I would just have all my tanks out here. One in the house.
Really?
But now I don't have room for all those tanks out here. It's a mess of everything. You want to get them all out of the house and just have the salt water in there? What if I take a 55 down and I make a big rack of all 10s in the hallway?
We're gonna have a little baby eventually crawling through there. A little rack of 10s is probably a good idea.
No. I like this sound of it. Are you on that thing? So, are we going to Vance's tomorrow? I should talk to Vance and see if I can make a YouTube video. Like a fish tour. Local. Because everybody likes. You guys like watching local? Because I know people like watching fish room tours, but what about like local fish store tour? Because I know some people have done that. I don't know how they go about it. I'm not sure. I guess I could ask him, but I don't know how people would feel about. You know what I mean? It's just like this one dude, and he likes fish, so he has a fish store. He's been doing it for years. He's not super into the social media thing, so I don't know how it would be trying to like convince him that he should let me.
I went there when I was like 5.
Yeah, and I don't.
I've been going there forever.
Right, so I'm not sure how he would do, but I guess I could ask him tomorrow if he would mind. I think I have to do it after hours sometime. Maybe when I bring in maybe I could trade him some peacock catchings. He has the best variety of fish around usually. I've seen, what was that fish there last time we were there? It looked like this, like an elephant. It had like
it was a double nose something.
it was a double nose something.
It was weird.
Yeah, it looked like a mammoth underwater.
You said it looked like a
Snuffleupagus.
yes.
It's kind of cute, ugly at the same time.
It was ugly.
But if you're looking for a fish around here, he's the guy that can get it. Oh, what are you doing, honey? What? Is it elephant nose? I asked my local fish store and he was cool with it. He probably won't care. Oh, you did? I'll have to check on your channel. I actually just found you the other day on Bob's thing. I remember you saying that you went on there and got like 20 something subs. Bob's actually helped me out. One night, I think it was my first live stream in 2021. He went on live like 20 something minutes before I did. It was just showing what he got at the pet store that day. A dolphin fish? Was it a dolphin fish?
No, it was this thing, right?
Yeah, double trunk elephant nose. I don't know, you can't really see it very well, but it was super weird.
Or was it? It was like this thing.
Well, anyway. There we go again. What was I just saying? So, anyways, Bob went on. He was showing stuff he got at the pet store that day. And I was just asking him how long he was going to be live because I was about to go live in like 20 something minutes. And then he told everybody when he got done to come over to my thing. And that was my biggest live stream yet. There was like 20 something people. And my subscribers also went up like quite a bit. I went from like 20 or 30 to like 50 something. So it's definitely cool. It's nice how the community all works to help each other grow. I'm still pretty new here though. On the YouTube, I've been listening to a lot of YouTube videos for a while, but as far as live streaming and getting into other people's channels, talking, I've only been doing it about 2 months or so. What? They don't want to hear you cry. I want to try a flower horn, but I really don't have a tank for it. I have a 75 over there, but that's only going to last it probably about a year, I'd say. Honey, what are you doing? Can you not put that slimy ball? It's gone. It's gone. It went under the table. It went under the chair. Yeah, he really is. What? Need to go? Okay. I'll be in like 17 minutes, okay? I'm going to wrap it up in an hour. I don't think she's feeling good right now. This new, this is her first time being pregnant, so the first trimester, her hormones are all messed up and it's causing her a lot of nausea. So I was lucky to have her on for the bit of time she was here. I appreciate you coming and staying around for so long. I guess this is your first one, but I don't know. I feel like I talk about a lot of the same stuff each week, unfortunately. I work all the time, so I don't get to just make big changes in my fish room like some of these guys. But eventually, I'd like to get my YouTube going, getting bigger, and get my fish room growing so I can make more and better content. Ideally, someday I'd like to just do fish. Have my own fish store and do fish full time. But a lot of people probably have that same dream. For now, I gotta work. But I'm a plumber and I make decent money, so maybe if I play my cards right, I can transition later on in life into something that I want to do instead of something that I have to do. What do you guys do for work? Honey, No, I'm playing ball right now. Uh-oh. I think the cat trying to catch. He always does this. So don't mind that 10-gallon rate. There's that tank. I still have yet to clean it out. So what I'm gonna do actually, there's a ton of Malaysian trumpets down there. Everything in that tank, I had the puffers. I got that tank for free. It was neglected. But honey, go inside if you're gonna sit there and do that, please. The tank has a ton of Malaysian trumpets, those big ones. So it's what I actually have to do. I've yet to do it. Okay, that's a good tip. I will definitely, like I said, next week I'm gonna go on live StreamYard on my phone. It'll be a lot better. Oh my god! Here, come on, inside. Next week. Dang, elevator mechanics. That's awesome. I worked with this kid. He was an elevator. He helped build the elevators. Worked for the union here. Yeah, that he was set. He was like 19 or 20. I think he might have been like 20 or 20. No, he was 21. And he had already bought like he had saved up to have somebody build a duplex for him. I don't know. It was cool to see somebody so young on such a good chat. Oh, nice, a nurse. My aunt used to be a nurse, but she has a medical condition that she can no longer work. Maintenance at a hospital. My buddy actually he left our company to go be maintenance at. Basically, he's the plumber, the master plumber, the plumbing guy at a hospital. It's more like it's not quite a hospital, but it's like a mental institute type of situation. Yeah, so next week I will do that. I'm gonna use StreamYard on my phone. I didn't think of that loophole for some reason. Like I know I can go on people's live with my StreamYard on StreamYard, but I forgot. And for some reason I kind of thought, I don't know why. I might just be crazy, but I felt like when I used StreamYard a couple times, less people showed up. So I thought maybe because I was going through StreamYard, YouTube wasn't sending out the notifications properly. And I kind of stopped using it. But I'm definitely going to do that next week. Same local as me. Maine is connected to Boston. Oh, nice. Yeah, his name, darn it, I can't remember his name. That's bad. It was a few years ago. 3 years actually that I worked with him. Drew. His name was Drew. I think he lives down in southern Maine. He was working for, I don't know if it was Stanley or what. Yeah, it does seem pretty intense. I mean, it's a really serious job. A lot of people, people can get really injured. It was crazy. I think they were measuring to the 32nd. Like I measured mostly to the 8th. In plumbing, a lot of guys don't even use 8s. Like they'll use quarters. I use 8s. Sometimes use 16s lately. But yeah, it's serious. They're measuring to like the 32nd, maybe even the 64th. I think on some stuff. I wanted to get into it, but I already had kids and I couldn't really go back to school. So this cat is a spaz. Oh, funny story. So while I was quarantining, I ran out of worms for my lizard. Well, my son's bearded dragon. So my buddy dropped them off. He picked them up and dropped them off outside and I went out and got them, and they came in like this cup, and I put it on the sideboard because I'd already fed him that day. I just needed more to get through the rest of the week. So I put it on the sideboard. The cats later, I didn't even think of it. I should have known better because whenever I put crickets up there, they knocked that bag down. Well, they knocked it down, but I didn't even notice it like that. They're in the kitchen going crazy, scratching at like the wall, right where the wall. Because whoever did the flooring in this house, it's an old house. So whoever did the flooring, the last guy, the guy I bought it from, he owned 20 properties. So everything, he just pieced stuff together to make it work. So the flooring and the trim do not meet perfectly. So there's like a little gap in some spots, and there's a superworm in there. They're like trying to claw it out. I'm like, what the heck? I look around. They dumped the whole thing. Luckily, there was only like 3 or 4 on the floor, but it's kind of creepy, like having these superworms all over your house. Because it was a cup of 50 of them. But luckily, it appeared that they only actually a few only got out. So only a few got out. Yeah. So that was lucky, but yeah, they love to just. They're I don't know, maybe 6. They're like 8 months old, so they're just really mischievous. I feel like the nurse is the one that does all the work. Then the doctor just comes in and is like, "Yep, what she said is right," or they'll come in and tell you something you don't want to hear. The nurse comes in, gets it done, and then you're just waiting for the doctor to come in and be like, "Okay, go home. She was right. She already told you everything that you need to know." There's, yeah, they do definitely translate. I'm trying to. Sorry. But yeah, so I'm gonna be wrapping it up here in about 5 minutes. Keep it to an hour tonight. I appreciate you all for coming and listening to me ramble on and say I'm a bunch and get frustrated with my pets. Well, it was good hanging with you. Catch you next week. Have a great weekend. Yeah. What night do you think? Are you gonna go Friday night again, Maple? Because I remember you said you were looking for a slot. I want to hop on your live stream again. Well, listen in. You know what I mean? So, if you have some sort of idea of what time you might go next week, that would be great. So I can make it. Mine, I always go up. It's just a last minute thing for me. Well, it's not last minute, but for some reason, when I try to schedule it ahead of time, it wants to make me use a software. I can't just go on. I think through StreamYard, I might be able to do that, but I don't know. I'm still learning the whole YouTube thing. All right, cool. 6 to 7. All right, I should be able to be there then. I really enjoyed your tanks. I like the plants. I like the scaping and how many plants you had in your tanks. I definitely need to work on getting more plants. Or not necessarily getting them, but propagating mine some more. I have a ton of variety. The only one that seems to grow super fast is this. It's called guppy grass. Yeah, I tried to add you. I was looking up your channel, John, but there's so many of them I couldn't actually find yours. There's a lot of John McKenzie's, I guess. Oh, you know what? I put in the um I put in the H. I don't think that helped me out. I put in the H and that's probably why I couldn't find you. Oh, I'm already subscribed. So I was looking. I'm already subscribed. Cool. Hey, what does anybody understand? I noticed that some of these guys lately, I've put up a few shorter videos with the hashtag shorts. I understand that's probably short video, but does anybody know why shorts instead of just short? I'm not sure if anybody know what I'm talking about. It takes time a lot. Some of my plants have been growing for a while. Yeah, I actually just started again, and I just started doing aquariums on Father's Day, so I know I have a way to go. Besides, the more seasoned they are, the better the plants grow too. So I guess it'll take time. Does anybody know? Okay, so when I first started doing a fish channel, I was gonna do mainly aquariums, something like that. And then I was on Get-Go's and I found the guy that lives 15 minutes away from me that I got some fish from. He did mainly, I think it's mainly fish, or I can't remember what it's. But anyways, the store on Get-Go's is mainly something Mainely because mainly it doesn't have that E in there, but because Maine. Well, there's mainly bettas, and his channel says he's from Northeast America. Do you guys know if he's from Maine? I asked him in a live stream, but I don't think he stuck around in chat after I'd asked. I think he was like on his way out. He must be from Maine because it wouldn't make sense to do mainly like that. I just didn't know if any of you knew who he was or she. All right, cool. I thought so. Well, I was like, it wouldn't make sense for him to have that name if he wasn't from Maine. He's probably from Southern Maine too. Everybody is. I don't know. You guys must know Hat Trick. I think it's Hat Trick Farm. Joey, she's always on Father Fish, and I've seen her on some other ones. She's from Maine. Uh, everybody's from like Southern Maine though. Yeah, Hat Trick Farm. Yep. Yeah, she's cool. I really like her. I thought that her cichlids. I thought they were like calico goldfish. It was weird, but I guess she has calico cichlids, which are really cool. But it's 1 hour, so wrap it up. Have a good night. See you next week. Thanks for joining.